Hi everybody, sorry about that, trying to get comfortable and show all of me so that my head's not cut off. So, been to B&M today and I had to nip into Morrison's as well while I was out because somebody needed some more cat food. I got her a small bag and I'll get her a bigger one next week when I've got a bit more money on me, because I only had a little bit left, but she's important, so I still had to get her the cat food. These came from B&M. They were £3 and they're 100 matches. I've just used one of them to light my wax burner. There's a nice little pot that you can reuse because it's got this little label on the front that says restore, and what you do is you take I think they're about to get cat bombed. You'll have to excuse me, somebody wants to be in on the act. I'm so sorry about that. Anyway, yes, where was I? So this is a pot of matches and you can keep the pot afterwards, unlike a normal box of matches where you throw it away. Although I've got one that, excuse the dead matches in it, that came from a little shop in a village. It's actually in the village where my dad grew up, and I'm going to reuse this, possibly to keep, because it's lavender matches, possibly to keep a little lavender bag in. The matches themselves weren't very great. They kept breaking and not striking properly, and so I won't be getting them again. But that's the bottom of the box, which I'm going to use as the top, and that was the old top of the box. These, unlike Cook's matches, they had strike on both sides, so they were quite useful. Anyway, back to these. So they're nice and long, like this, and once you've taken your match out and you put the lid back on it, and the striking paper is on the bottom. Okay, hopefully it will last. So I've got other wax burners, so what I might do is get one for each wax burner, and I've also got a tea light burner downstairs in the kitchen, which probably isn't going to stay in there because it's toadstool like my one that I've got on the on the table, if you can see it. So there's my toadstool one. Needs a good clean because it's all sooty like the puppet. So what else did I get? So I bought 3 of these block photo frames. They were £2.99 for 3. I won't show you all of them. So what I'm going to be putting in these is going to go in my kitchen because it's food themed, and it was from a little company called Ava Loves Rosie, which I'll put the link in the description for you. So they're called Woodland Friends. She doesn't do these cards anymore, but she does a whole lot of other nice stuff that's well worth a look. So if you like cute little animals and things, that's the website to go and have a look at. This one I bought when I last went to London in a shop called Postmark, and it was £2.75, and this is a map of London following the dreadful fire, which is obviously the Great Fire of London, and the map dates from 1680, so I'm going to put that in one of those frames and probably put it on up the staircase somewhere, because it seems to be fitting with the colour scheme that I'm going to be having up the stairs. And then this one is also going to go on the stairs. This was from Waterstones, although you could probably get it elsewhere. This was £2.99, so a bit more than what I usually pay for cards that I put on the wall. And I got this one because of the date. So if you can see the date on there, November the 28th, 2022. And it was the closest date I could get to when I became a widow. It might not, for some people, it might not be a cause for celebration, but I'd separated from my late husband in the summer, and actually he passed away, or they said he passed away on the 25th of November. And I was actually away. I was in Birmingham at a 60th birthday party, so I didn't have to be interviewed by the police, because the police were called because no one had seen him for a few days, so they had to break into the house, and they obviously found him on the living room floor. So that's what this is about. And in a later video I might show you some of my art I've got on the walls, and some that I've done myself. And I've got two Beano comics, and one is the date of my 17th birthday, the 21st of January 1984, and the other one is dated either 1 or 2 days either before or after I left school, so that's dated 1983. It's June the 25th or something like that, 1983, and I picked those up at a big fair that they have in Newbury once a year called Retro Festival. I've been a couple of times, but without having my own transport it was really hard to get to. I did it on public transport, and it was an absolute nightmare because the nearest bus stop was an hour away, and I had to drag all my camping gear in a four-wheel cart along a main road, so not for the faint-hearted. So I shan't be going back to that one until I've got my own wheels again, which will hopefully be next year, or if not before, if I can get my financial situation sorted. And the other thing that I forgot to tell everybody about, this was in a charity shop and it was £3.50, and on the label on the back it said it was kitchenware. And when I spoke to the lady at the till, I said, I don't understand, why would that be kitchenware, because that would be something that I would have in my living room, because some of the colours are going to be what I have, what I intend to have in my living room, because it's going to be quite a brightly coloured room with all different colours in it. So for the moment, what I've got in there, she said it was for keeping biscuits, little biscuits, or after dinner mints, but what I've got in there at the moment are paint charts, because I've just went this afternoon and got some new paint charts, because obviously I hadn't picked up latest colours, so I'm going to be matching them up to my wallpaper samples that I've got on the wall. This is one of them behind. This is what I'm hoping to have here in this bedroom, or very similar to it, so I'll be picking maybe that to go with it, and some of the others. So the living room type of colours would be things like this. And finally those three. So that's what I've got in there at the moment, and I'm not quite sure what that's going to end up storing once I've installed it in my finished living room, whenever that is. I don't know. And the final thing is, I've been trying to get baskets to go in. I've got a tall shelf unit in my bathroom, and I've been trying to get black, grey or white baskets to go in it. I had a bit of a failure the other day. I bought a grey basket that was way too big, so that's going to come in here and go on top of my wardrobe. So this is more of the sort of size that I want for my bathroom. Yeah, I think it originally came from IKEA. I don't know, my sister gave it to me. So that's going to be storing stuff in my bathroom, because I don't like having all my bottles obviously on display. And when I was in town this afternoon, I went in a shop we've got called a chain shop we've got a branch of called Soster and Gren. Excuse the pronunciation, but they had like a grey plastic container it's like ribbed all around the outside, and it's got handles on like a supersized picnic basket, which is what I think it is. But I'm going to use that, hopefully, or something like it, to keep my cleaning stuff in. And then I'm also looking for something to keep Primrose's cat litter in, because I don't like having all these bags and bottles on display, because to me it just looks tatty. Excuse me, cat bombing again. She has been fed, she just wants attention. I'm really sorry about that, there's nothing much I can do about it. So I'm going to wrap this up here, because I've got some shout outs to tack on to the end of this video, and I'll also link those in the description. So every time I do a video now, I'm going to try and do 2 or 3 shout outs, because I actually follow quite a few channels, so just trying to share the love, as it were, and hopefully get some back in return. So if you like this video, please leave me a comment, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you on Monday when I do my usual shopping video. Bye!